up, out, and over. And I'm just going to take my time and work the entire perimeter of this tub. No problem with it getting tacky down there because we have a lot of product in here. And like I say, the fastest way to work is slow and organized. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. I went to this weird urban warfare course back when I was in the Marine Corps, and the instructor kept telling us that. And of course we were like these young stupid Marines, and I'm like, fast is fast, you idiot. No, but now it took me fast forward years later to realize slow is smooth and smooth is fast, because you want to be accurate with all your actions. Be intentional with life. I think that's probably one of the saddest things. A lot of people don't teach their kids to be intentional. Success is never accidental. A lot of my failures, I work really hard and I still fail too, so crap, I can't imagine if I didn't try. Okay. Am I making this look easy? No, I'm not. Doing the outside of a tub's kind of a pain. It kind of looks messy, but it's actually kind of fun once you get past just making a tacky mess. It's kind of weird because it goes on and it looks like a big sloppy mess of like honey, and then it's so fun once you actually start torching it and this stuff like starts laying down. It's going to look like the most beautiful copper tub. There's actually products in this epoxy that make it really try to lay really evenly, if that makes sense. So this will be a pretty nice coating here today, and then if it doesn't look amazing, we're gonna blow copper glitter all over it. Where are you guys watching from? Do you have anybody watching from anywhere? We don't see any comments, so if you're talking, you're very uninterested. You're boring. How long will it dry? This will dry overnight. California, Michigan, Ohio. Anybody still dealing with snow? Denmark. Welcome, welcome. Is this our guy from Denmark? Is this Denmark that just got stuck in my mud out here last month? The student. How's Pasadena? Are you guys burning right now? Just take out all my excess. Whoop, don't push the tub over, Levy. Don't push the tub over, sir. It's not going to help us. You guys are watching from everywhere. New Orleans. How's New Orleans right now, guys? We do have some small kits and some sample kits. Just call the office too and let them know kind of what you want to do, what you're looking to learn, play with, sample-wise, and we'll figure it out. You know what? We pour this really hot because I don't want it to flow for a long time, so it makes it look way harder every time. And we were gonna pour this earlier today, but I had the cutest old man. He's gonna come in here later, and we're gonna sand together. He does really cool woodworking, and I'm gonna try to show him how to polish a piece of epoxy pour. He's probably more skilled of a woodworker than me, but maybe I can help him with some of his details. And he is coming back, but he was in here right when we were supposed to be pouring this product, so it was sitting in the cup getting kind of hot. But he's such a sweet old dude. I don't really give a damn. If you're my customer and you show up with a need, I will always put you first. So he's coming back, and we'll just do some of it together. Instead of trying to tell him how to do it, we'll just work on his piece with him. Thank you for all the likes, y'all. Wait till you see the end before you like it all. I still have a really legitimate chance of messing this up. It does look messy right now. Looks like I don't know what I'm doing. You must be correct, because I don't. I ain't never done a copper epoxy tub, right? Let me ask you, for all the people out there that are like, but seriously, just the debate on whether we know what we're doing or not, such a sad perspective. If you think you can only do things that you know how to do, you're going to be a loser that never tries a lot of new stuff your whole life. If you are not afraid to try new things, you'll be able to invent a lot of products like I have. So this is something funny, because I've actually invented now, totally with my team, probably over 30 products that we've sold all around the world. And you want to know what? I bet you less than a third of the products I've spent tons of time on and a lot of care have ever actually made it to market in a large, meaningful way. But you want to know something? It doesn't matter. I never would have had success with any of the other products or an understanding of how stuff worked if I was always scared of not looking cool or making sure I looked like I knew what I was doing. So all these, and make sure if you're that kind of guy, you don't teach your kids to be like that, because I think an attitude towards failure. Go listen to Elon Musk talk about attitude towards failure. And you'll realize maybe you shouldn't worry about looking like you know what you're doing all the time. No, unless you want it. We do sell everything in here, but I haven't sold a tub yet. But what we do, instead of just selling stuff like this, is we like to get you to donate to the backpack program in your local area, or basically anything. And we have a couple other mission projects. You can call our office and look at them. Do clean drinking water in Africa and some stuff like that. And if you donate to one of those causes and pay for shipping, we ship you most of the stuff we do in the class. Okay, that's turning out beautiful, guys. For being an idiot, and yeah, I am an idiot sometimes. I've messed a lot of stuff up. But back to the failure, man. While I was developing countertop epoxy, you know when I first ever poured epoxy on countertops, I got told by everybody that nobody was going to ever do that. They said, "Why are you putting color in epoxy?" That was 15 years ago. They said, "You could maybe make a single color in a paint." And I said, "No, we're doing really decorative stuff." So nobody thought it was ever going to do it. And now everybody wants to do it. So how about them apples? We are from Grand Junction, Colorado. Look at that. Apparently I don't know how to trowel nicely. Take all this excess out of here. Oop. Yeah, ooh, that's going to be fun right there. Wait till you see this one. This curvy like a woman's body. Okay, see if I can make this really start popping. Epoxy painting on canvas, that's exciting. Share it with us. Let us know how it turned out. I love seeing actual good artists with epoxy. I'm not much of an artist, but I do love processes. And I love learning processes that can make me look like an artist. So maybe if I do this 50 times and I mess it up a bunch, I'll figure that out. Say what? Women are just as difficult? You know what, though? So are men. Everybody, humans are difficult, right? We just forget to love each other enough, right? I think humans, we always have everybody has some kind of trauma, some kind of frustration, some kind of thing. You think you're not good enough. Everybody has negativity. The devil talking to you, telling you that you shouldn't do something or you're not good enough. A gold throne? Hell yes. Saddam Hussein's going to come back from the dead to buy this tub.
Also, I have a question from a client. If you epoxy a countertop, how does it stand up to heat?
Good question, Tom. The good epoxy, like our product that we are applying right now, this is over 400 degrees, and our countertop epoxy is over 500 degree temperature resistant, but that's to intermittent contact with heat. And if you think about that, boiling water at sea level is 212 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you think about if you took a accidental boiling pot of spaghetti or something out and set it on a countertop, like temporarily, you didn't constantly do it, it shouldn't really affect it because you should only be about half of what your temperature rating on a high quality product like this is. So, chocolate tub. Does it look chocolate? Dude, in person, this is so coppery. This is the most blingin' ass copper I ever done seen. Amen to that. You know, I've probably messed up so much stuff as a kid, I just stopped worrying about making mistakes. Once you get kicked out of school about 30 times, you just get creative. God bless you all. Thank you for your input. Thanks for watching today. Let me know what I could do. Let me know what you guys want to see me do. He's going to show you while I struggle over here with my little putty knife and try to make this look pretty. He's going to show you what we did yesterday. And this actually is coming along pretty darn nice. This is our Aurora Borealis table that he's showing you. And sorry, I'm not like running upstairs or jerking off. I'm actually just troweling this product. Actually makes me breathe a little heavy. So if you hear me and you think I'm being nasty, I'm not. The hocus pocus is banging, if you guys can see. I hope you guys see that on the screen. I'm always that guy when I hike or do anything. I'm always like, I don't realize I'm breathing all heavy. Even if I'm doing cardio all the time, I think I'm just a breather. Oh, yes. Oh, tell me what that heat is. I might have to pour that pretty quickly, huh? What's going on? Never thought I was doing the nasties. I just breathe like it. Just breathe like I'm doing the nasties. Oh, good for you. That is awesome. I like it. Be creative and share your work with us. I love seeing stuff like that. Say what? Knife in one hand, me in the other.
Meat in the other.
Oh, meat in the other. Oh, meat. I thought you said me. I'm like, I don't know who you are.
It's 92 degrees.
92. It's got a fever. Oh, 92. This is actually special resin that has a surface tension product in it. Oh, geez. You can. They're going to ask you something here, guys, and this is not my idea. I don't know. I'm kind of voting that this might be a weird idea, but I don't really think I'm Bob Ross. I think Bob Ross is going to show up and beat my ass if I wear that. Except I did like watching Bob Ross when I was a kid. This is Countertop Epoxy. Anna? Thank you, Anna. She disappeared fast. She showed up and she left. She's the best artist here. She's definitely one of the most artistic people in our office by far. Like a real artist. Painting, everything. Need this tub or? What do you need? You need that. You're looking at me when you say you need that, don't you? You weirdo. The shirt? If you want the shirt, we'll give some away. How is everyone today? Everybody feeling blessed? What are you thankful for today? I will do a giveaway, and I will ship something to you, but I want you guys to tell me what you're thankful for, and we'll pick somebody that's compelling. Make sure it's real, though. Don't be some BS story that makes me all sad because you love kids or something. Just has to be something real, something you're grateful for. Not a what?
Not as a label for the business.
Oh, we would not label a business like that. This is Countertop Epoxy and Diamond Coat. Yeah, just a fun idea. It wasn't a business name, guys.
I own my own business.
Oh, good job on your excavating business.
Grateful for my grandma, my son, and my dogs. Grateful for being sober 6 months.
Sober for 6 months. Good for you. Good job. Good job on you. Good. I hope it's what you love doing. And if you don't love doing it, be good at it, and you'll love it eventually.
I work with veterans.
You work with veterans? That must be shitty. I am so sorry for you. And so if you want to show up to a class, you can work with me, and I'm a veteran. But thank you for serving. Thank you for taking care of other people. You know what? Awesome. Gratefulness is the key to happiness. That's one reason I always try to remember that. If I'm ever down, start thinking all the things I'm grateful for. I think it's really important for us to focus more on that every day than the things we think we don't have. We live in a society where every single day somebody's telling us what we don't have or how we're a victim.
And the possibilities it's given me.
Good for you.
My grandson is in surgery now. Thanks for distracting me.
You know what? We'll pray for your grandson. Everybody on the live, pray for her grandson, and we will make sure he gets through this. Oh, man, dude, I could never have puppies because, not me personally, because I'm a man, but I would never want to breed puppies because they're all so damn cute. You don't want to give one of those things away. I think if I did like bred dogs, I'd just have a whole bunch of little dogs all over the place, or goats or whatever. I don't think I'd be very good at giving them away. You know what? I agree with you, and I have been there before. I understand that. Never take it as me being preachy if I tell you something. Okay, now I'm gonna make one. Even this is gonna take a minute, and I'm just gonna slowly cross roll and tack this whole tub. It's actually gonna get somewhat tacky. Good for you on the veteran thing. That is awesome. Good for you. And it is awesome that you're giving back too. So I'm technically a disabled veteran, but I try to stay as not disabled as possible. All they got was my ears and my ankle and a shoulder. Thank you from Texas?
If you ever do countertops.
Oh, you know what? Man, I have not taught in Houston for 2 years. I went there during COVID some and taught down in Houston, and Mark Brown, I think I had that guy. One of our instructors did a bunch down there, but we have not been back since. Not a damn thing. I'm never gonna pour hot epoxy on a tub again. You know what? Don't ever worry about what people label you as. Just do what you do. You be you, true to yourself. I guarantee it all pays off. And good for you. You should be proud of whoever you're labeled as if you're helping people. Levy. More epoxy on the cowboy boots. It came in like a wrecking ball. Made a big mess in my tub. That's all. Did you guys just catch that guy? we better check that heat over there on the glitter pour. Is this what? 106? We can pour now pretty soon. There's no panic at that temp for what I'm doing, but I'll show you why and explain what I'm doing here in a second. Let me just finish. I'm getting the inside of this pretty good now. Well, so I say. Good enough for all the blind girls, I impress. Michael Stewart, it ain't too much work. I'm just making it look difficult. I just like to make things look difficult, Michael. You could drown in this thing, or you could have lots of activities in it. Whoop de whoop. Watch my beard. Was it close? That's how a little bit of ginger sprinkle in every tub. Okay, we're gonna see what we can get pulled together now with a little bit of torch action in a second. I'm gonna just do a little more smoothing with the trowel. Now, one day we're actually gonna roll this on at a proper temperature, the way we say in the instructions, so we can show you how easy this can be. But I don't like to make things too easy for myself, or I feel like I'm doing things correctly. And like I say, this was mixed at the right temp on time by my amazing team member here, and he was waiting on me, and there was an awesome customer here an old guy he's probably one of my favorite old dudes. He comes in and he calls the girls in here his girlfriends, and I think he's the only person that can get away with that because they all love him. And he said he'll come and bring a project back for you guys to see this afternoon. It's going to be an awesome project too. He does a lot of wood burning and really cool stuff. So I asked him if we could just do that with you guys this afternoon and try to fix it up and fix whatever he has polish-wise. It's actually like coming together, guys. This is actually, I was a little worried about this, but I'm getting it pretty smooth. Usually when I do something, it turns out right. No, not really. You guys just see some of the projects that do. Lots of likes. Thank you for the likes, guys. I love you guys. I don't know why my live audience is so supportive and awesome all the time.
Some of the minerals that make the color can be harder to work with when I paint. Is that the same for you?
Some of the, which colors?
The mineral in the color that makes
this right here is just a mica powder, and we just mixed it so freaking hot. So I have seen that with just painting, but usually that's with water and stuff like that, I believe. So, and you're welcome to try some of our stuff and let me know, or come to a class and teach me how to do what you do. So, and now I'm gonna grab the other resin. Should I torch this first, really fast? I think so. I got time to torch for a minute, right? Let me see this temp here, guys. What are we temp-wise here? Oh, 115. Now, what do we say, guys? We'd never pour at 115 degrees. Normally. But I want this, we're making a drip table here, and I want actually hot resin curing on all the drips. And I want to put LED lights behind it and make just a badass desk for some lucky little girl or something.
It's really nice.
Thank you. God bless you. Everybody that thanks me for my service, thank you for paying taxes so a lost little boy could walk around like an idiot and shoot guns and fly in helicopters and learn a bunch of stuff at a weird time in his life when I probably wasn't useful to a whole lot of people. So I'm very grateful. The military was a huge opportunity for me, so thank you guys, all the contributing members of society that helped me do that. And this, when you have pretty epoxy that's like a dirty pour, and that's a bunch of pores in there still, you just leave it and it looks cooler every time. course, don't measure in that one because your measurements would be off, but let me... You know what? I was going to try rolling. Here's the roller we used last time because I rolled it over the glitter after the epoxy was curing. How the heck do I have Miley Cyrus wrecking ball stuck in my head? Why do I sing? I shouldn't even hum stupid ass tunes making fun of stuff, or I get Miley Cyrus stuck in my head. I don't sand it. I usually just try to make sure my coats are done in less than 24 hours so I can get a mechanical bond. And usually I try to shoot for about a 12-hour window of repour, between 12 and as low as 4. You can go, sometimes you can repour in about 4 hours as long as your tempo's up, and up to 12, and then you won't have to. Remember, you can always wipe it down for contaminants like alcohol and whatnot. But if it's past that 24-hour window, it's definitely not a bad idea to do a quick sanding. All right. Thank you for all the likes, guys. I don't know. I hope you guys can actually see this. This thing here is actually pretty cool to look at in person. Yeah, you guys probably can't actually see just how three-dimensional all this glitter really is. Well, and we're just going to leave it setting up on these edges here, so it's going to be kind of a boring live here for a while because we're just going to leave it around this perimeter to kind of cure up, and then we'll pull the tape here in a little while. But we're going to let it exotherm there for some time. So now I'm going to grab my torch and a new bottle of propane, most likely. Oh, there's a new one on there, it feels like. And I'm going to start torching my tub. Very direct heat, but I just keep the head moving. But as you notice, very direct. This really helps the epoxy kind of relax and flow into place. Yeah, that's what I'm doing with the torch, is I am trying to even it out with the torch. Now, I poured it pretty darn hot, so if I get this to even out really well, I'll even impress myself. Just getting any of these drips to kind of relax and flow downwards. This is our countertop epoxy tub and sink coating. And this is kind of a time staking process right now. I just want to torch any of this epoxy up here, really blend any of those edges in, get any kind of excess to drip, run down to the bottom. And you can see it immediately as it cools off, it immediately flows back in. So, sorry, I don't know why I thought that was a new bottle. It feels like it. Get my handheld torch, I can be a little more controlled with this. This is a Burns-O-Matic, and if you notice this has old epoxy Bernzomatic, but if you notice the larger head here, it's usually so that you can actually light it upside down because the gas goes from a liquid to a gas state in the actual head. But a lot of the little tiny torch heads, you'll notice if you tip them upside down, it doesn't have the ability. I don't know the science inside the torch head. I should have learned that. So, but it's much easier. So, on the big torch head, it's just a weed burner. So, oh man, I got to turn it down. Turn it down. If you can't light your torch, if you can't ever light the flame, just turn the gas down until you can. It's usually just blowing past that lighter too fast. Yeah, see? Say what?
Danny said I need to come work with y'all and show you how to do trees and lighting. I miss doing this, but I did epoxy only on floors. Where are you based out of?
We're Grand Junction, Colorado. We do classes here every month, so definitely join the class and come out. I hope you guys can see how much smoother it's getting. You'll still see some like modeling because this is a metallic color, but man, it is beautiful. It's actually very smooth. The bottom is a little ripply because all the product's flowing into it, but I'll do that last. We are in western Colorado, a town called Grand Junction. It's a really pretty mountain, kind of foothills of the Colorado Rockies. My favorite place on earth. I've been everywhere in the world, and I keep wanting to just come back home here. So it doesn't matter where I've been. You can. This is just a fiberglass tub, and look at this. I torched it till I cured my epoxy because that's what happens when you pour going that hot. There we are. Let it look ugly. Let it look ugly, but let it flow. If you overly manipulated it, it'll never lay back down, but I'm going to get that very smooth in there. Even if I have to sand it.
Primer did
we? We do not prime. Our epoxy has a much higher bond strength, especially if you get a good mechanical bond as well, than any primer. Oh yeah, that's coming together, guys. That's coming. There's the bottom of your tub now. Okay. Give it a rim job. Always give your tub a rim job before you go to that outside. Yes, to whatever that question was. No, this is not. This is not a fast setting epoxy. This epoxy only sets fast when you pour it at 100 and whatever degrees we poured it at. It was very hot. And I was taking care of a customer when we should have been doing this, and I apologize. So I made this job a little more difficult on myself than it needed to be. But I'm not worried. Things happen in real life. Sometimes jobs don't turn out perfect, and good contractors usually find ways to make it work, or they change what they do next time. So let's see what we have to do here. I'm actually not that sad about how this is turning out, though. Oh yeah, that's going to be very smooth. I know what I'm doing right now doesn't make it look smoother, but the actual layer on here became much smoother. There we are, guys. What was that last one?
They want to know if a heat gun would work better.
No, a heat gun actually would just blow this around it. Torch, you can have very direct heat on this epoxy, and it works really well. It's actually, every one of these tubs I've gotten to turn out really nice. I poured a little cooler than this, but also didn't have quite as large of a vertical edge on this, so I think we're gonna get this pretty good here. A little bit of work. Oh, see where I am working on this. If you go to that side, you're gonna see how it's coming together. You see that? I'm just taking my time. I don't want a bunch of excess on there, so I'm really trying to heat it and get it off there because I'm gonna blow glitter. I have a lot of glitter coming to this, and I don't want it to sag at all and then leave like stretch marks. The drain, we pulled the drain on this tub, and usually you'll try to pull your drains and then just tape them off with some foil tape inside. And I'm actually going to do just a drain video just on how to deal with drains. Sometimes I'll go in and actually stick a piece of PVC pipe that's just the drain size in there. That's one really good way to deal with it sometimes. No, same coating. Just usually, we call it tub and sink coating because you can do either or. I'm not going to sell two different coatings that do the same thing. And then usually on a standard tub, one kit's enough to do usually an average tub, and you can usually do 1 or 2 sinks with that same kit, and it's like a $200 kit. So for $200, you could probably have copper tub and sinks. Okay, guys, I'm liking this. I believe the tub kit, it links in the bio, and I believe the tub kit's $200, like $199, and it's the tub and sink coating, and yeah, you usually could do a standard tub with it. And as long as you're not leaving a lot of excess down in that tub, you'll generally have enough to do your sinks as well. If you don't pour 120 degrees and you pour nice and cool like 80 degrees, it's almost as easy as painting the tub. Oh, that's looking good. I ain't sad of anything here. Hold on one second. What?
Do you have a lot of color choices for the tub?
We have quite a few, and then as far as if you wanted to custom mix them, I believe we have about 200 if you wanted to. Not all will block though. Just remember, real easy to do liquid. This is a powder, so it's a little different. And a lot of our tub choices, you could do matte black. You could do all kinds of stuff. So very creative abilities, and we're about to continue on with the final stage of glittering a tub. So here we go. I think we're about to. Yeah, we don't need that. All right. Now for the moment that I've been waiting for. I don't know if you guys have been.
They like it like that.
You like it like that, guys? I like it like that as well. But you know what? I also like to disappoint people and blow glitter on things. So I think we're about to glitter it. So this is copper glitter, so you guys can vote.
Yeah.
Getting it.
Lower 2000.
Glitter glow. This thing you want to know what really gets a woman's glitterous? This big dark thing right there. So here we go. So not a lot to it. It just goes right in the inlet and out the outlet. Oh, that's banging. And if you don't love that, I don't know what the hell you love. Are you even human? Okay, my little bag's falling apart over here. I'm having. Okay, there we are. Dude, Salt Bay got a tool. Glitter Bay. Vote on whether I found your glitterous or not. If you came home and your man did this to your tub, would you divorce him, throw his shit in the yard, or be like, oh my God, I love you all over again? How much could I sell this for? The fact that my hands actually touch this probably adds like $10,000 to this. No, I'm joking. That's totally a joke. I don't know. I would hope that you could just do this to any old tub you wanted. So I spent about $800 on this tub, I think, and on Amazon, shipped it here. Did a quick sanding so I could get a mechanical bond. So you could have this whole thing done for about $1,000 on a brand new fancy tub, or you just go to your old nasty tub and practice. If you have nasty old tubs like I did. Okay, guys. That's pretty blingin'. Very waterproof, yes. Epoxy is a totally non-porous coating, especially this resin. It's not like a water-based epoxy or anything like that. There we are. I'm going to stop while I'm ahead. And thank you guys. I have a lot of work to do today, so I can get ready to work out with our badass old guy. We're going to be polishing and showing. He's going to be bringing in a really cool project. He's an expert woodworker, probably much better than me. But we're going to set up and actually show him how to sand. So every once in a while, there's something I know how to do that other people don't, or he's just messing with me and he's going to show me how to sand is more likely. But either way, if you guys want to watch us show you how to sand and polish, I'm going to show you how to sand and polish epoxy if it's been scratched, scuffed, any problems with it. And then I'm also going to show you how to sand sealed wood that has no epoxy on top. If you want to have something that looks almost like petrified wood, completely encapsulated and sealed without that, plastic coating on top. So we'll show you how to do a little of both for two different kind of classy looks. And we can probably go over even deglossing as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope I see you guys again this afternoon, or I can't see you guys. I gotta clean my boots. So I'm gonna blow this glitter off, go get something to eat, some steak, and God bless you guys. Kill a pedophile before I see y'all this afternoon. I can't wait to see one of you in the news. God bless you all. See ya. Oh, hold it, shit. What am I forgetting? Michael, you gotta yell at me more. See, this guy holding the camera, he's not a cameraman, as I tell you guys. He's kind of in charge of a lot of stuff, but he doesn't yell at me enough. Sometimes he needs to get a little more uppity with me. Make me do my damn job. Let me see here. Let me see how you can actually trowel it clear this late in the game. That is amazing. I just don't want any really hard lines on this out in the middle, and we are pouring this really hot so it doesn't drip a whole ton. So now I'm going to do my last little party trick after I put my gloves on. Definitely don't want to do this without a glove on, or else I'll have epoxy all over myself. I hope I haven't made anybody miss work that they loved doing. I hope if you're at work, you're somehow gaining so much value for your boss that he's glad you're watching. Tell him some of the really good bosses send their employees to my classes. Then you get to come play with epoxy, eat, go to eat good food for lunch. Okay, I want this to be pretty organized, so I'm just gonna try to go really steady down the side, torching just mainly. And what you guys can't tell is it's real thick right at that edge. And I want to kind of just warm up that edge epoxy mostly, so it'll just really flow down. And we're trying to create as big a drips as possible so that we have something to put LED lighting behind. And I think that'll be a neat look. Now I'm going to pull the tape. The epoxy I'm hoping flows, but I'm sure Mary Tits or whatever her name's are going to be on here and tell me I'm wrong. So I hope it's not the biggest fail right in front of her. Mary Melons. Mary Melons, I'm actually making a special piece just for you because you are probably one of my favorite people now. Whenever anybody really hates on me too much, I figure they must just be alien or not know me. So I figure I'm just going to keep doing sweet things for Mary Melons until she loves me. And I'm going to make her a piece of epoxy, and when she lets us ship it to her, I will. this way.
Oh, Mary Nellens.
Is she back?
I don't think so.
Oh, guess who's back? Back again. I looked at it, Mary Mellons, and I just didn't think her. Could be wrong. Her melons don't look that merry. Oh man, I'm getting epoxy all over myself. This is like a looked like a doctor had an explosion at a sperm bank here. This is like a biggest mess I've ever had. All right. Now for the. Now you see how slow that's dripping off that edge? That's what we want. Now I usually tell people not to ever torch their edges because you don't want product flowing too fast on the edges. You want it to sit there and build up and stick. But this, I want it to flow and I want it to drip. So I don't mind warming it up a little. And now that it's down to wherever it is, I'm going to let it just continue to do its own thing. These will be some pretty accentuated drips here. What's that? What is? Oh, Mary Mellons, you can't ruin my steak dinner. Mary Mellons, if you come here, you can eat my meat. I actually have steak in the fridge, and I'm actually going to be cooking, probably barbecuing for the next few classes. So.
How will you sit at a table?
Say what?
How will you sit at a table?
This would be more like a cool display table to display stuff on. I want lighting underneath it and stuff, so. Or very dangerously, just make sure your wiener doesn't get stabbed when you stand up. It's more just for fun. I mean, this is a lot of things here. We're trying to prove a concept and do something fun. All right, guys. And as always, I am very grateful for our audience and you guys' patience and for watching our channel. I hope you guys hit the subscribe button or the follow button or whatever. You guys are always so great to us. So thank you for following. Thanks for watching for this long. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll be back this afternoon. I can't remember his name, but we're going to show you how to sand and polish epoxy and bring it back up to a real gloss. If you had damage or anything like that, we'll probably show you deglossing, and I'm going to also show you how to seal and polish raw wood. That's actually just a piece of wood if you don't want epoxy actually showing visibly on the surface, but you still want it totally impregnated and sealed with epoxy, more like a piece of petrified wood or something per se. So have an amazing day, and I'll see you back this afternoon about 3 o'clock Mountain Standard Time.